Hello everybody, welcome back to the Mama Rick channel, and today I'm going to talk about two main points. There was an Ask Me Anything that was done between a validator called Citadel and Fetch.AI executives. So the Citadel team was they were doing an Ask Me Anything with the Fetch.AI team as a way to inform the public, to give the public more information about Fetch.AI technology and about the Citadel team, the validators, and what they're doing. And so I'm going to talk about in this video, and I'm going to talk about my first launch of my NFTs. I've been doing this project for like 4 months now. I started with designing NIO, so the bot that you're seeing there. Of course, the actual bot is more detailed. Those that have seen the NFTs, it's way more clearer. And so I've created this combo of NFTs and I've finally onboarded them onto Decentraland. Some people have already received these success. The centralized DAO accepted my wearable. Many people have already received these NFTs. Guys, if you want to get into this race, hit me up on Twitter. I still have a bunch of these wearables that maybe in the future I'll do a few giveaways, but they're available in the marketplace in Decentraland. So you can buy them for only 3 mana, and this will allow me to create other projects in the future. So I would truly appreciate it. Just like previously, some people were able to purchase a bit of my NIO NFTs, and all those funds came into developing this project, which took a while. So successfully, it's on Decentraland, and some people have already gotten them for free. So that's pretty cool. So guys, a little bit more, in case you have this NFT, you can go to your hidden folder on OpenSea and you can see it there, or you can straight away go to Decentraland. You can jump in, you can go to your marketplace, you go to your store and you check your wearables. So under your wearables, if you go to my store, so which will be yours, and go to under wearables, you should be able to see your jacket, and you should be able to jump into Decentraland and wear it and use it, or you can sell it on the open market if that's something that you want to do. All right guys, so there was an Ask Me Anything, and if you go to Discord, not Discord, Telegram, you can go to Citadel.1. You can see the communication history, the texts that have been passed around between the team and between the Fetch.AI team. It was a pretty cool Ask Me Anything, and I concluded by this. I didn't attend the Ask Me Anything, I just read it shortly, actually a few minutes ago. So this was an awesome AMA. We'll do another deep dive into Citadel soon. Help the community catch up on the evolution of crypto businesses. It's crazy to think that we could be interacting with some of the future's biggest innovators, and my last words were, the bear market is our best friend, for that's when we can build, #buildo, #long-term perception, and marketing can always be accelerated during the positive market frenzy. So have a nice day folks, and so on. So guys, those that understand, building in the crypto space is extremely hard, and the bear markets can truly be one of our best friends, because you can build such that in the bull market all you do is marketing, because you already have a product. So to summarize, in this Ask Me Anything, of course, the facilitators from Citadel.1 were having conversations with some of the key spokespeople from Fetch.AI, especially around Telegram, like Nico. There's others. Basically, if you check out this Ask Me Anything, you can see their names. There's RV as well, who's an OG in basically interacting around the Fetch ecosystem. This is Nico, and then there's other facilitators that were from there was also Atari, who's part of the Fetch team. Old Man Logan, who's one of the community really volunteers who's helping spread the Fetch method. But this was a good interaction. They talked about artificial intelligence. They talked about the evolution of Fetch.AI. They talked about their audit and how it's continuing to be successful. One of the biggest audit firms, CertiK. I've done videos about this, but I think I'll talk about them more in the future as well again. So you can see Fetch.AI has a pretty good certification standard on their Skynet. So 94 out of 100 audits, 5 available. They haven't yet activated the CertiK Shield, but that's something you can. Fetch.AI has their own security models, and they operate on the Cosmos layer, which means they want to implement this inter-blockchain communication protocol, and they're still looking at a network upgrade in the future, which will allow them to easily integrate with the Osmosis DEX, with JunoSwap. These are ecosystems in the Cosmos ecosystem that are really taking off in a meaningful way, and also the integration with the Citadel team as they're integrating with the inter-blockchain standard. So it's very important. So Fetch.ai, they also talked about having the DAG, the direct acyclic graph, which allows Fetch.ai to activate transactions, or to allow transactions to operate outside of the blockchain, then allow finality to happen later, because they have DAG technology, proof of work technology, and they also use proof of stake technology. So this allows to scale. They also talked about how the Fetch blockchain has different not sharded layers, but there could be parallel layers of computation, each really encapsulating its own cluster of data, which helps with scaling the network. So also, the documents page on the Fetch website, they talked about that as a very good place to go to, and they shared this with the community, recommending them to go to. They talked about how they're building Fetch for the community, which means they're pursuing things like this. By the way, guys, if you're following a cryptocurrency protocol out there, I want you to look at these terms. This is, of course, recommended by Andreas Antonopoulos, who's one of the biggest proponents of crypto, Bitcoin, one of the first people to write books about this system, and he has this kind of evaluation metric that he uses, which is called RIP code, which is essentially RIPCORD, and R stands for revolutionary, P stands revolutionary. Is it public? I think innovative. So I must have forgotten that one. So is your project revolutionary, or is it just replicating other technologies that other projects are creating? Is it innovative? I like Fetch because it's revolutionary. It's really it's bringing multi-agent systems, agent-based modeling, and a way to autonomous systems, and a way to easily move around modules of data and data sovereignty. That sovereignty is kept to the owners of that data. Is it public? It is public, and we've seen Fetch.AI constantly building on a public network, which is the Cosmos ecosystem, and also pushing towards these narratives. Is it collaborative? They want to push towards community building, hence the documents page and all that stuff. Is it open? They're constantly pushing for an open network, and they're developing towards that with every single development that they're making. Is it resistant? I think we've already talked about that. They have other technologies like the random beacon that generates random numbers, and also their consensus algorithm. Is it decentralized? Of course, we've constantly pushed this. I've done videos about this. The Fetch.AI team is constantly pushing for people to delegate their tokens to other validators outside of the top 10 to push that narrative of decentralization. So make sure your blockchain has no gold mode. Make sure no developer can really take advantage of any of these features to essentially have a massive centralized system, which means we're going back to the old systems, which means we're not leveraging blockchain technology. And so far, Fetch.ai fits those narratives for me. And as the same as other projects I've talked about in the past, I've not jumped out of those projects. I continue to hold them because I truly believe in their success. So they also talked about their other products that have created, Atomix, which is supposed to be a lending, borrowing platform, but really bringing traditional assets onto the crypto asset space. They talked about Metalex, which is a derivatives exchange, still built all these to be built on the Fetch.AI ecosystem. These have been around for a very, very long time. These are not just new ideas by the Fetch team, but these are ideas they've been working on for a very, very long time, which means they've been iterating for a very, very long time. They know their problems. They know perfect partnership integrations, just like they've been doing in the past. And here, they also talked about Colon, which is a platform which was demonstrating how you can use collective learning, the collective learning suite, to create generative art. Those that have used generative adversarial networks, this is that's one way you can create generative art. So they were demonstrating how you can actually use their AI technology to do this using graphics. We've seen how memes have taken over the cryptocurrency space. So using graphics to demonstrate a use case of a technology, especially an AI machine learning technology, is very good. And of course, they're looking into building other supply chains and all kinds, if you're a finance company, all kinds of things that can be used around this collective learning suite. So basically, it allows it really ingrains the machine learning, artificial intelligence technology into these modules of these autonomous agents, which they're calling digital twins, that are built on top of the Fetch.AI ecosystem. Another advantage of having these agents, so I'm basically talking about what is going on here. This is Citadel, this is the website. The other advantage of these agents, they can act as scaling solutions because they have that interoperability standard, and they also allow, because of the DAG technology, you can have transactions happening off chain, and then finality, so the final transactions, the final output happening on chain, which means these guys are moving towards scaling towards millions and millions of transactions per second. So these are some of the summaries that they talked about. Of course, the integration with the Citadel validator, a validator basically on the proof of work network. You have a delegator and you have a validator. the purpose of the validator is to, and the delegator is to keep the network secure. So some of these validators, they want to pull more tokens to themselves, but also we know that can lead to centralization. So we need more validators in the network so that not one validator or not just a few validators can call all the shots and change the dynamics or the governance model towards the network. But either way, validators can prove that they're secure, they can prove that they're robust by the number of ecosystems that they're engaged in, and also the kind of incentive models, not just incentive models, but the kind of push that they're constantly experimenting with on their platform to see how far this thing can be pushed forward. Just like we see platforms like the Binance Smart Chain, even Ethereum itself, how they push things forward, the Cosmos ecosystem, Polygon, these projects target a particular use case that they want to look at, and they risk it and they push it, and then they develop an industrial standard that's used across all networks. And those are some of the characteristics that I look for if I'm looking for a project in the cryptocurrency ecosystem. Guys, I'm not sure if I covered everything in the Ask Me Anything. If there's something I left out, feel free to go back to the Citadel Telegram group. You'll be able to catch up. It's a pretty short Ask Me Anything. You can finish it within 20 minutes of undistracted reading, and you can catch up, especially if you're new to this space. You can really, it's a very good way to summarize your knowledge in the Fetch.AI ecosystem. You can get kind of convoluted, but here they break it down. Nico breaks it down, RV and the other facilitators, they truly break down this complex technology in an easy way that we can truly understand. And if you're a developer out there, I think this will be very useful for you to get a better understanding of this revolutionary technology. Guys, don't forget to check out my wearable. It took many months to create it. Any purchases will be truly appreciated, and all funds will go back to the development of my new project. All right, guys, take care and have a good one.